My German automobile. You drive German.
That's very difficult. All right, so earlier this year, the new Gen 6 Glocks came out. We finally got our hands on some. We got a Gen 6 17, Gen 6 45, and for comparison reasons, we have a Gen 5 19. We're gonna be shooting and comparing all three, seeing the differences and what's new. Starting with the Gen 5, do a couple baseline shots. We're gonna start off with a bill drill. Felt pretty good, you know, it's a Glock 19.
Yeah, I think everybody's shot a Glock. Specifically, everyone shot a lot of Gen 5s over the last couple of years.
Not too much to say. A lot of people hate on the trigger,
common.
but I don't mind Glock triggers, really.
So, nothing spectacular.
That's probably fucking it, isn't it? Fucking tractor, dude.
All right, so why don't you start off going over your 45?
All right, so the first thing everyone notices is obviously this new grip texture and palm swell they got going on. They also got some grip texture up here on the little gas pedal. They got the cutout for that. If you take a look at the Gen 5, you can see, if we compare them side by side here, how much wider it is on the Gen 6, and also the aggressiveness of this grip texture. I think Glock calls it the RTF6.
So the other thing that I noticed in my quick research that they changed is if you actually take a look at the slide release, the bolster on the slide release is actually made much bigger. They've made that quite more pronounced this time.
Oh yeah, I do see that. It's got a little ledge here too.
The other thing, if you compare the trigger wells, the cutout goes much higher, lets you choke up on it quite a bit more, which again was something I kind of wasn't too big a fan on with the olds. I thought you could never choke up on it enough, but I think they've really done a lot of work to this grip. Shot timer turned off. Hold on.
Basic changes. All right, so now that we went over some of the most obvious changes, we're gonna run a quick bill drill, and then I'll let you know what I think. All right, not bad. One of the first things I felt doing that bill drill was this cutout here. I really liked having my thumb there to keep the recoil down. I did have some trigger freeze, but I think that's just me and not the gun. That was sick, wasn't it? But another thing I noticed was this beaver tail they got going on. They don't have that on the 19. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it a lot. I think it helps keep me up nice and high on the grip. Another thing I noticed was this cutout under the grip. You can see it's much thinner there, so you can get a nice higher grip up when you're shooting.
Just feels like it sinks in your hands a lot better. It feels a lot more, like you really choke up on it and keep it where you want it.
I agree. The Gen 6 frame overall just feels so much better in the hands.
All right, something else we should go over is they changed the optic system on these new Gen 6s. It used to be the MOS system. I'm not sure what they call it now, but the new system is a lot easier to mount. A wider variety of optics are, and I think it's just optics are becoming so common, they had to find something that was easier and fit everyone better. So this, I think it comes with 3 plates. It comes with number 2, which is for the RMR cut, which is what this Holosun uses. And then number 3 is RTS, and I believe number 4 is for DPP and RMSC. All your micro compact footprints and such will fit on that number 4 plate. But this Holosun is using the number 2 plate. Fits pretty good, works nice. It's just easier that you're able to not have to get adapters, not have to get a certain optic. You could slap whatever you want on it and pretty much all of it fits right out of the box. It never beeped.
Sick.
It's tight, okay? We're gonna give that one more shot. Man, I mean, right away in your hand, that's just so much better. It's such a better feel in your hand. It really actually contours to your hand and all. It feels so good, and I'm such a big guy for this beaver tail. I think that fits so much nicer. The other thing I don't think we brought up yet is the flat face trigger that comes on these. So as far as I know, it's the same trigger assembly. It's all the same. The only thing they changed was they added this little flat facing right there instead of the standard curve. And really, I think the point behind that was it's supposed to be more consistent for finding your trigger placement each time. And personally, I like it. I think it's great. I shoot a lot of SIGs now, and a lot of them run a pretty flat face trigger. So really liking it.
109, that's my quickest yet.
That was a pretty good one.
That was pretty good.
All right, how about a 2-body, 1 head?
Sounds good.
Shooter ready? All right, fucking nice. 147. 1, reload 5. Shooter ready?
Yep.
From the pocket reload too.
Yeah. So final thoughts on the 5 versus the 6. I'll take the 6 any day. And it's not just because of all the gadgets I got on it. It's because this grip texture mainly. The way this fits in my hand is amazing. It's far improved over the Gen 5, and I'll take this any day.